people do the opposite, you know, like, oh, I like the external, and then the internal's all jacked up, and then they have to go back and, you know. So me, morals, my morals, values, you know, wanting monogamy coming into the relationship. Because I had a conversation with a guy before, and he was like, well, I feel like you would make me want to get married. I don't want that. I don't want to make a man want to get married. I want you to want to get married before we even have I want that to be a part of your personality.
That doesn't even logically make sense, but go ahead.
It doesn't logically make sense for somebody to.
No. Either you want to or not. Nobody can make you do anything.
You know, and I feel that way too. But I guess the way I understood the way he was looking at it in the sense of like, because men don't talk about that all the time. Like they'll say, well, you know, I was this and I was out here and I was this and I was that until I met my wife.
Yeah,
then I became a completely different person. And that's cool. That's great. You know, for me, if that happens, I feel like it would happen on accident. But for me, I feel like if we go on a date and you don't want marriage, you're checked off the list. You're not somebody that I'm going to take seriously. If we end up forming a friendship and being together after that, okay. But I am not considering you as somebody that I would date unless you come into the relationship wanting monogamy. Because, you know, that I feel like that's a problem in our like culture.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people don't really want monogamy, but they'll like not want you to be out here. So they'll, you know, play along like they want monogamy just to keep you around. And it's just like, if you don't want it, why are you finding somebody that wants monogamy when you know you don't want monogamy? So I just feel like that's a big deal for me, because you'll have like quote unquote good men who really don't want to be monogamous. Right. And it's like, it's okay. That's you. Just stay over there, you know? So that's a big standard for me that I realized, like, especially after my last relationship, I'm like, you know, that has to be something you desire prior to even knowing me, getting to know me, wanting to be with me. Right. You need to want that. You need to desire that. You need to desire being a husband. You need to desire being monogamous. If you don't, then I don't think this is going to work. And then, like I said, as far as morals, you know, having a religious base, being Christian, just because I need the foundation of right or wrong on top of other things, you know. But the foundation of right or wrong is very important to me. If we can't go back and decide, like, okay, this is right because of this, and we collectively understand that this is how we base right or wrong, it's that can cause issues. That can cause a lot of issues, you know, because it's like you don't think something is wrong and I think something is wrong, and it's just like, that doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like I have to have everything about my standards is about the foundation part. Everything else, I feel like it's negotiable. Like, we don't have to agree on everything. The only things we have to agree on are the things that this relationship stands on. That's it. Other than that, it don't matter. So like I said, just.
So those were two. So what was the first one?
The first one was desiring monogamy prior to knowing me.
And the
second one is having a Christian belief of right or wrong, a moral standard of right and wrong. For me, Christian belief, I guess for everybody else, be different, right? And then I feel like that kind of takes care of a lot of things. Like, I can go into honesty, and I can go into.
Give me three more. Top 5.
Honesty. Let's see. Perseverance. That's kind of weird, right? I don't know what other word to say. But you have to, we talked about this in Love and Success. You have to want it so badly that you would take the time to figure it out. So that's what I mean by perseverance. You know, you treat it like you want anything else. You know, if you say you want me, I want to be treated like the other thing that you went after. I want to be treated just like that, because why wouldn't I? That doesn't make sense. You know, you can't say you want something, but then you showing it different ways. That to me, how can you say you want it when you really want this, but you don't really want this as much? Like, come on. So perseverance, honesty.
You got one more.
Trying to think. What else? I guess openness in a sense of
Would that be a standard or expectation in honesty?
Because openness I guess sometimes I don't know the word for what I'm trying to say. I'm going to describe what I mean. So when I say openness, I mean like your ability to learn, your ability to like see, like I can have my own way of thinking, but like after a conversation with Dave, I can have a different way of thinking. That's me.
Right.
I like my partner to be like that too. I don't.
Nah, but for real.